In 1 month, Grandma's Playroom will hopefully look a whole lot different. My name is Sierra and I own Grandma's Playroom, a small indoor playground in St. Louis, Missouri, and I recently have been on a journey to increase our profits here, and that's gonna start with a little makeover. But first, I'm gonna give you guys a full tour of what the playroom looks like right now. This is the last time that Grandma's Playroom is gonna look like this, so let's take our tour. When you first walk into Grandma's Playroom, we have this little gated off area here so parents can sit and sign in, and it kind of keeps their kids contained. Recently, we added all of these wall toys, and it really seems to be keeping the kids content while mom and dad is signing in, but I can't tell if it was the best idea or not because every time they're trying to leave, they'll use it as a distraction to stay at Grandma's Playroom just a little bit longer. This is our littlest library. We fill it with books to hopefully make the transition of leaving Grandma's Playroom a little bit easier and let the kids pick out a book on their way out. It was built by a local Girl Scout group and the kids love it, but not as much as the stickers that we now hand out to the kids as they leave. They used to do suckers for the kiddos when they were leaving, but I had a little bit of anxiety about that, so we switched over to stickers. Now that everybody is signed in, we can go into the playroom. But first, a word from today's sponsor. So let's set the scene. It's either 4:30 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. because school sports have officially taken over the Zagarri calendar. And to be completely honest, I don't have the energy to spend an hour cooking no matter what time it is. That's why Home Chef is gonna be the hero. Tonight, I made one of their express meals, buffalo turkey meatballs with buttermilk dill green beans. And here's the kicker. It was done in under 20 minutes. I was able to get this meal cooked and get several angles while filming this ad. The best part is Home Chef is ridiculously easy. Fresh ingredients, step-by-step recipe cards, and even fewer dishes than my usual weeknight scramble. Plus, you can customize meals to fit your family, even your pickiest eater. Swap your proteins, go vegetarian, or even pick a calorie-conscious option. So if your schedule is starting to look anything like mine, and dinner is basically a moving target, Home Chef takes the stress out of figuring out how to answer the most difficult question of the day. Mom, what's for dinner? It shows up at your doorstep, it's customizable, and it's actually faster than deciding what to order on your phone. Click the link in my description box or use the QR code on your screen now. But don't forget to use code Sierra50 for 50% off your first box plus free shipping. Home Chef is making my nights easier. Now, only if they could help with carpool, I'd be set. Now back to the tour. Once parents have signed in and their children are ready to go play, this is usually their first spot. They drop all of their stuff here in our cafe, and we finally did a little bit of an upgrade to the cafe. I shared with you guys that I recently learned that if your playroom makes over 50% of their profits from open play, then they're on shaky ground. And I make about 75% of my profits from open play. So I've been spending this year since the conference trying to figure out ways to diversify our income so we can grow Grandma's Playroom. Our first thing was to get this shelf here. Currently, it's filled with crafts made by local women in the area, and I love it. And we've already sold 4 items, and it's only been here for a week. This might be my favorite chair at Grandma's Playroom, and because it's actually from my grandpa. We call it the nursing chair or the baby chair because it's the coziest place for parents and caregivers to sit. We also recently added this little chair for children. We have a rule here that if your child touches the playroom floor, they then have to pay. It's kind of like an insurance thing. We wanted to give parents an extra option. So we have this chair here where babies who are just being held or carried the whole time can sit without being part of the playroom. Now, sewing on over to the main playroom, this area up front is probably one of the most popular, and I'm gonna show you guys some toys that have been here since before I owned the playroom. This toy is one of the favorites here at Grandma's Playroom, and I never envisioned that a recycling truck would be such a proud favorite. When I bought the playroom, I didn't really see this toy as the special gem that it is, and I put it down in our basement, and literally the second day we were open, a kid came looking for this. He was adamant that it was the best toy he has ever seen in his entire life. So of course we had to bring it up here, and he was right. I was wrong. It's definitely a crowd favorite. This area has these grass tiles that I've been trying out for a few years, and as you can see, it is not working. So in our next upgrade, these bad boys are getting changed out. Another thing that's gonna get changed out is our table for the magnet tiles. Don't worry, magnet tiles are never leaving. We just have had this table for years, and it used to have a light in it, but then the light broke, and now the table doesn't quite match the aesthetics of the playroom, so we have a new one coming, and this one will find a good home. And now this is our infamous tower. Now it's pretty infamous because I don't allow toys on it for a few different reasons. Here at Grandma's Playroom, we've learned that what goes up must come down, and usually on their own brother's head. So we keep no toys up here. I did get this second-hand on Facebook Marketplace for like $200. It was probably the find of the century. So I drove all the way out to go pick it up. I put it in my car by myself. I start driving home. a light turned a little bit quicker than I imagined and I had to stop pretty hard. One of these pieces came out and broke my windshield while I was driving, and now it is a $700 tower. The fact that we have any lava tiles remaining right now is still beyond me. They are so special here at Grandma's Playroom because we've had some type of lava tiles for the entire 5 years that I've owned it. And I'm shocked to say that these 9 have been here for over a year. And I think it's because we recently carpet taped them down, so they're only being used on the floor. They're not getting picked up and bent anymore, and it's really making them last a lot longer. Over here we have a lot of our like smaller toys. As you can see, they're more like your fine motor skills, matching, color. This area gets a lot of use because the children love how tiny these little chairs are because they can pull them out, sit on their own, and since they're so low, they're really safe and they don't really like tip over or anything like that. These are our foam mats, which are another large piece of the puzzle when it comes to upgrading Grandma's Playroom. I've got a whole new color scheme coming. I'm a little nervous to share it, but I think it's gonna look really great. So make sure you guys are subscribed so you can follow along to see all of the upgrades that we are doing. Some of the toys on these mats are our most popular. This is our brand new rainbow and the kids love it. I think it's really fun. I love big, gigantic pieces that are not hard to clean, that are not hard to find all the pieces, and that have a high impact. We lucked out so much that the Children's Factory came out with this new colorway called Tranquility, and it just matches the playroom perfectly. And of course, what is a boathouse without a boat? We have our Simplay 3 rocking boat. This comes like in a 2-seater and a 4-seater, but I knew I needed the 4-seater. And then of course, every indoor playground has to have a slide, and I love this one. This is our boathouse. It was made by one of my friends. Her dad built it for her. Once they outgrew it, they asked if the playroom wanted it, and we love a good thrift find. So of course we took it, and the kids are obsessed. They love sitting inside here. They love hoarding all of their toys. They love playing house. It's so much fun. And it's not uncommon to find every single food toy, every single dinosaur, every single toy inside this little house. Sometimes it hurts your back. This is a part of the playroom that I have been desperately needing to find toys for, and it's been about a year, and I still haven't found anything perfect, but it's our tree over here in the corner. Right now we have some sensory tubes, our binoculars, lots of these little bugs, which honestly I think just creep me out more because you'll hear a kid yelling in the corner of the playroom, "Oh my God, a spider!" And then your heart will stop until you realize it's just a fake spider. So you can see there's a lot of like holes for places that we could add more toys, but I don't know what to add. So let me know down in the comments, what toys would you add to this tree? Bookshelf, shelf, tree shelf, the tree shelf. One of our biggest investments was this kitchen set. Literally, these 4 pieces were probably about $2,000. However, it has held on so well. The hinges are great, all of the doors still work. But when it comes to the kitchen itself, I always think that investing in it is going to help you out in the long run. Another thing that you'll want to invest in is all of these little tables, because even though it is a table, I promise you, every single kid is gonna try to stand on it, and you need to make sure that it's really sturdy. These are all commercial products that are meant for places like this. Included in our kitchen area is our little market. Another thing that I always think that you should invest in is the play food. We have these really big play food pieces that are these amazing plastic. They're super easy to clean. They don't show a lot of wear and tear. And these are from Lakeshore Learning. These are another one of those toys that's like buy nice or buy twice, or in my case, buy 20 million times. So I definitely suggest a good food product. As you can see, our entire chalkboard has been washed off. We do have some new art coming. Turns out that the last mural was there for about a year too long, about 3 years I think, and it was just time to refreshen it, so that's gonna be on our list for upgrades as well. The last thing that we added to our playroom that the parents have been obsessed with is this couch from the Children's Factory as well. It is the perfect spot for parents to sit, relax, they can watch their kids. The kids can build with all of these blocks. They are so high quality, and they have been used and abused, and they look brand new. We don't have a lot of things that the kids can like climb on, but we do have these little stones that they really seem to like. But I think we have room to add something else in this space, and I'm really excited to show you guys what it is once we unbox it. In this corner, we have a few small upgrades coming as well, specifically to this little magnetic wall. So again, guys, make sure you're subscribed so you can see me try to put more toys together. I would have to say that this is one of my favorite toys in the playroom. I love how much fun it is. I love how it's bolted to the wall. And I love that the kids can continue to play with it, and the confidence they get when they find out how to use it, and when they actually get it right, it's just so exciting to see. I would call this our parking lot. This is where all of our ride-on toys are. We have 3 different types, but if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I would trade in these 3 and get just 2 identical Little Tikes cars, and I think that would solve a lot of problems because this bad boy is so popular that the kiddos will brawl over the police car. And then the last toy in our main playroom area is going to be our gigantic train table. I love this. We found this on Facebook Marketplace as well. I painted it, added a brand new track. It is getting close to time to redo the track for a couple different reasons. One, we get a lot of kids that come in here every single week, and redoing the track would be something really fun for them. And 2, it's just showing a lot of wear and tear. It's been a really busy summer, which we are so excited for. But when you see the amount of numbers that we saw, you see that the toys are wearing down a little bit more. So you just gotta keep an eye on that. And this guy is on the list. And then that brings us to our infant area. It's another space that's gonna be getting a little bit of a facelift. These mats have been in here for a little bit too long as well, and they actually are those foam tile floor mats. They just look like real wood, and we're gonna be putting a solid color in here, and I'm so excited to share that with you guys. All right, we just got the key. I'm gonna show you guys everything in the party room, but keep in mind that that is the holding space for all of the items that we have to do the upgrades. Let's go. Here's our pile. We have a tower of mats that's almost taller than me. Stuff for the bathroom, stuff for the party room, new toys that are gonna have to be mounted on the wall. There's so much fun stuff. I can't wait to unbox it, and I'm gonna take you guys on the entire journey with me. So if you guys liked this video, I'd like it if you gave it a thumbs up, and if you loved it, I would love it if you would subscribe so you can follow along on the journey. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and don't forget, wash your hands. Bye guys!